So do you want to try to share screen first or
It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. If you want, I can share now, or if you want, once you finish your part, I can do that as well. Whatever you have
okay.
a bit of.
Okay, I think after welcoming remarks it's fine. Okay, so we'll start the session. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to UC Global Chat, Shaping the Future with Artificial Intelligence Applications, organized by Collaboration and Global Engagement Office of Universitas Ciputra, Surabaya. So, my name is Kezia. I'm from the Collaboration and Global Engagement, and I will be your MC for today's session. So, we're truly honored today. We have Teesside University, United Kingdom, joining us today. So, Teesside University is well known for its strong focus on innovation, digital technology, and applied learning, particularly in the field of artificial intelligence and computer science. So, we are very happy to have Dr. Ala here joining us today. And we are delighted to see such great enthusiasm from the participants. And please note that this session is also live streamed at our YouTube channel at Collaboration and Global Engagement. So you may also check our YouTube live if you are unable to join from the Zoom meeting. So, quick note for the participants, if you have registered to our CHIS, so you will receive a survey to claim your credit points of international office, and we will inform you when the survey has opened during the session. So, once the survey is available, please fill it as soon as possible. And we also have some rules for the UC Global Chat today. And these rules are made for ensure we have like a good session for both the participants and also the speaker. So please share the rules and some of them. Okay. So for students, please attend from the beginning to the end and respect the speakers and make sure that you have already registered for the event. And don't forget to fill the survey at least when instructed. And also some reminders. So when you're joining UC Global Chat, please ensure that yes, you have registered, fill the survey because it has a limited time. And also you can turn on your camera to make our session interactive, take a picture of yourself and the time details and just in case you need it. And please attend the session from beginning to the end. Okay, so without further ado, we will have a welcoming remarks from Stephen Bolton, the advisor of collaboration and global engagement. So, Stephen, please, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kezia. Dr. Allah is from Teesside University in the UK. Today, he will present an interesting subject, which is based around AI and how it is transforming industries, driving innovation and shaping future careers. There will also be opportunities to study in Teesside University for students of UC. All UC students listen carefully to this presentation and prepare questions for the Q&A session. Dr. Allah, we are looking forward to your presentation. Thank you. If you are ready, please share your screen.
Okay, thank you so much, Stephen. So, before we begin, allow me to shortly introduce our distinguished speaker today, Dr. Ala Al-Kafwi. He is the senior lecturer in computer science, artificial intelligence from Teesside University, UK. So we are truly honored to have us with you today, and we're looking forward to gaining the valuable knowledge from you. So without further ado, the stage is yours, Dr. Ala.
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everyone in Indonesia. So, let me first share my screen. Is my screen clearly shared with you?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect. So, give me a second. Okay, so good morning from the UK to you guys in Indonesia. It's a pleasure being with you. It's a pleasure meeting you today. And thanks for inviting me as one of your keynote speakers in such a great event. So today I'm going to talk about, in fact, two points. The first one, I will give you some idea or small idea about our area here, about our university, and afterward I will move and talk about the AI, which is the main topic for our talk today. So the main title for our talk is Shaping the Future with Artificial Intelligence Applications. And that me. And my name is Ala Al-Kifri, and I'm a senior lecturer at Teesside University. I've got plenty of current running research projects, and I'm also leading a research group. I work in the field of AI since around 12, 15 years, and we have already developed multiple research projects that help the community and industry and the healthcare sector as well. So I've got a PhD in computer science, and as I said, got multiple or different research interests, but they are all under the same umbrella, under the umbrella of AI. Let me just talk a little bit about Teesside University before we speak about the AI. So Teesside University pioneering AI education and research. So the picture on the right side of the slide, it is our campus. This is how our campus look like. This is part of it, but there is some other buildings, schools, not actually covered in the picture here. And our university, we diverse AI program. So we've got undergrad and postgrad degree in AI, data science, and robotics, security, and many other courses. I've got advanced AI labs, access to state-of-the-art AI and visualization suites for hands-on learning, impactful research, driving innovation in machine learning, computer vision, and AI ethics, career pathway, industry placement, strong partnership, and career-focused training for students. So our students, they've got different type of support from us as an academic and from admin staff, that by providing them with all the experience that we have from industry and research as well. We've got multiple buildings, and we recently have like a new building which is called Digital Live Building, which include the latest technology, the highest performance machines for students, especially those who are working on gaming and in AI as well. So we've got two campuses at Teesside University. So the first one here at the top, as you can see here, top right of the map, this is the area this is the northeast of England, and Teesside located in the northeast of England. But 2-3 years ago, we have established a new campus, as you can see here at the bottom of the map, which is in London. So now we have two campuses, one main campus, which is located at Teesside in the city of Middlesbrough, the northeast. We are not too far. We are around like I think 15 minutes driving from Newcastle, less than an hour from York, an hour or 20 minutes from Leeds. So that's somehow central positions. And our campus, the new campus in London, we call it normally TU London. And that's, I think, 2, 3 years old campus. And we have established that building, which cost us a lot of money and a lot of time, because just to make sure that we are also accessible by students in every region or every part of the UK. Our university recognize our collective achievement. So we are University of the Year 2026. And in terms of ranking, teaching excellence framework, so our university ranked gold. And in terms of Ofsted, we are outstanding provider. The university is shaping the future. So how we work on life changing. So across the Tees Valley and beyond, the students from all backgrounds are building skills, realizing ambitions, and opening doors to exciting career, learning built for the future. And as a part of the future-facing learning program, every student has access to a modern digital tools and learning spaces that enable them to thrive in the fast-paced world. Campus transformation or campus transforming. So our £300 million campus transformation, including new building like 41.4 million, which is the digital life facility. This building is just opened last year, and as I just said, it includes all the up-to-date technologies needed by all the students, researchers. Create a vibrant environment where creativity, innovation, and collaboration flourish on campus, in labs, and online tools. Now let's move on to the main topic. So the age of artificial intelligence. So what's AI? AI is a system that performs tasks require human-like intelligence, learning, problem solving, and decision making. And then why? Why it matter? Because AI drives efficiency, innovation, and entirely new possibilities across every industry and sector. And if you want to talk about AI, which what you already use, if you think about Netflix recommendations, Amazon recommendations, eBay, if you're using any of these tools, Spotify, Siri, Google Assistant, and customer service chatbots. All of these tools are currently built using AI models, and we already use them in our daily life. How AI work from data to decisions. Just to give you like a better understanding on how AI work. So we've got like at the beginning, to build any AI model, what we need data, because like the modern definition of data is the new oil. As you can see, how data is important, how platforms such as Facebook and X or other, social media platforms caring about your data. And companies, businesses, industries, every single organization at the moment, they started to think about how important is their data. So the first part that we need to do to build any AI model, we need data. So we need to work in collecting data. We'll take that data, the whole collected data, we'll analyze it, we'll understand it, we'll prepare it, pre-process it, clean it, and make it ready, okay, to train a model, to train algorithms. We've got plenty of currently available algorithms, but to train any of them, we need data. So we prepare the data, collect data, prepare it, and use it to train one of the algorithms. Now, once we have a trained algorithm, by the way, like training the algorithms, the data normally is historical data, and we need the historical data to train a model. And I normally tell my students, like training a model, it's similar to teaching a child. You need to take the child through every possible scenario and teach them about all possible cases. Then you expect the child to learn and to answer your future questions. It's the same for the model. If we have a good data that cover every single aspect, then that data will be used correctly to train a model, and then we will have a model able to respond to our queries, to our questions. But if we don't have a good quality of data, then we will not be able to provide or develop a well-trained model or algorithm. As an example, like if you have this mobile phone in your hand, okay, and you tell your model that this is a mobile phone, and you show your model every possible shape for a mobile phone. The flip one, the big size, small size, thick and thin, every single possible style of mobile phone, then you will be able to expect that your model or your algorithm to predict. If you show that model and ask your model, what is this? Okay, then your model will be able to tell you that this is a mobile phone. Okay, but if you're talking about this one here, your model will not be able to understand what is this, because the model or the algorithm, I never seen this before. And all what they can tell, it's not a mobile phone, because I know the mobile phone look like this, and this is not a mobile phone. But they will not know what is this unless you have used similar images or similar shapes to train your model and tell your model that this is an airport. Then once we have the trained model, the model will be able to predict. The model will be able to predict and will tell you that this is a mobile phone and this is not, and take the correct decisions. So machine learning enables AI system to learn from data, okay, without being explicitly programmed for every scenario. So it's not if else statement. It's not a traditional if else statement. Because if it is a traditional if else statement, then we have lost the concept of AI. Data science is the discipline of extracting meaningful knowledge and actionable insight from new data. So together, they power every intelligent system we interact with today. AI models are trained on a vast data set to identify hidden patterns, enabling them to make increasingly accurate prediction and drive smart decisions over time. So real-world AI applications transforming industries. So I will not talk about every single possible AI application. I will only talk about what I'm currently doing or what I have already done. I work in AI research that cover the healthcare sector. I've done multiple research and to help clinicians in diagnosing diseases, such as using the MRI images. So here in the UK, to let's say to go to a hospital and to be seen by radiologists for an let's say an MRI appointment, and then to take this MRI result, uh, pack the report to the radiologist, to the orthopedist. It's not an easy process. It's a very long, complicated, a long queue, and everything like that. So what we need to do, we need to use AI to help clinicians and to facilitate the process for the patients. So we have developed an AI model that able to help clinicians to diagnose patients with spinal canal stenosis. So instead of just asking the patient to go and set for the MRI and then wait for a long period until that MRI got read by the radiologist and sent report to orthopedist, we have developed an AI model that able to take the MRI as an input for that model, and the model will segment the area of interest and will give a prediction, okay, if the patient has the possibility to have spinal canal stenosis or not, and will notify the clinicians. That reduced the time massively. We have also done other research projects in health, such as helping patients with hydrocephalus. So patients with hydrocephalus, they normally need to write down, because the clinicians need to check the valve pressure. They need to check their pressure so they can adjust the valve. So they need to write down the normal daily routine. If they were sleeping, if they were laughing, if they were crying, or whatever like action they were doing in it every day, in a piece of paper or notebook, and then bring that notebook to their clinician so they can then map the reading, if they've got high pressure or low pressure, to what symptoms or what condition they were on that time. And it wasn't easy for both. So we have developed an AI model linked, embedded within an AI, within a mobile app that enabled the clinicians, that enabled the patients to just transfer, okay, whatever symptoms, whatever action that they are feeling at each moment, okay, through the mobile app, and the mobile app linked to a dashboard, an AI model that give notification to the clinicians instantly, okay, what is the situation of each one of the patients. And then the clinician don't need to wait every 2 weeks or every month appointment to map the symptoms or the patient condition to reading. They have got this like instantly displayed in their dashboard, and they can also give an instant recommendation to patients to go to hospital or whatever. In terms of education, we have also developed multiple research projects in education that help clinicians, that help educators, that help academic in marking the work. I think the most difficult time for us as an academic is when we start marking, because we're happy once we interact with the students, because time flies when we have a conversation with the students. But when we sit in our offices and spend hours marking students' work, that is what we really feel that's too much. That's too much, and we need this to be facilitated. So we have developed multiple AI model to help academic in evaluating the students' performance by using cameras, and the camera record the students' movement, especially for those who are working in as a physiotherapist or etc. And then the model will help them to evaluate their work. And in sports science, we have a strong agreement at Teesside University with Middlesbrough Football Club. I don't know if you know that all big clubs in the UK and the whole world, they are massively relying on AI. Like Liverpool have signed with Mo Salah, I think a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and their signing was based on AI recommendation model. So AI model recommended Liverpool to sign with Salah, with Mo Salah, and they have done that. And you can see like what happened, how Mo Salah excelled in Liverpool in the last 10 years. The majority of big clubs here now they're trying or started to rely on AI in multiple things, in player signing, and on the other hand, they also started to work in building an AI model to figure out, okay, when that player could be injured, because they don't want their player to be injured. So they don't want to train them. They don't want them to play up to a level that they become injured, because they will lose the player for a month or maybe more, a week or a month or more. And as you know, the player's salary is too high. You're talking about millions. And they also wanted to know if they got injured, when approximately they could return back and play as normal. And we also work on predicting results, match results, by analyzing the team's movement in the past on the historical matches. AI in action, so beyond the office, sport analytics. So as I just said, AI used in multiple disciplines, and one of them is sport analytics. So it works in optimizing player performance, predicting game outcome, and enhancing fan engagement through real-time data. Smart cities. The majority of the newly built cities, or even the big cities, they started to rely on AI. That by managing the traffic flow, optimizing energy consumption, and improving public safety with intelligent infrastructures. All the traffic lights cameras now they work on the majority. I don't want to say all, but the majority of them they work on an AI model by figuring out which lane should be kept open for a longer period. That depends on traffic. That depends on analyzing multiple traffic lights to see which ones could be remain open for a longer period, which one should be closed, and etc. Also, safety, CCTVs. All our cities now they've got CCTVs, but CCTVs not only record. CCTVs at the moment they are also linked with AI model that help the camera to attract any suspicious movement. Because if someone is running, if someone is doing an abnormal activity on that area, then that camera will be triggered him and capture him. Generative AI. Tools like ChatGPT generate text, images, and code. So this kind of generative AI model like ChatGPT, Copilot, and Gemini, and many other AI tools, they help us now, or they work in generating images, coding, text, presentations, or many other tools as well. As you can see here, even the presentation that I'm currently presenting, the designing is by help of AI model. Opportunities for students. So your AI journey begin with how to become like an AI expert, or how to participate, how to do something in AI. So to do that, you need to have like good programming background. That could be Python, which is considered as a foundational language of AI development, or that could be Studio, could be MATLAB, or something like that. Then you need to have some understanding of data analysis. So you need to learn to understand, interpret, and visualize data in core competency of every AI practitioner. And then you need to understand machine learning. Grasp the core principle of how AI models are trained, tested, and deployed at scale. Then you need to also understand problem solving, which is how to apply AI thinking to real world challenges. The skills that turn knowledge into impact. Because sometimes you see like problems, okay, but you need to know how to use AI, okay, to solve that problem. But that cannot be done if you don't know programming, if you don't know data analysis, if you don't know machine learning. And if you are like, let's say that you've got a good knowledge or you are an expert on AI, what you can do? You can work as an AI engineer, design, build, and deploy intelligent AI system and infrastructure at scale. You can also work as a data scientist, extract deep insight and build predictive model that inform a critical business decisions. You can work as an AI researcher, pushes the boundaries of what AI can do, advancing knowledge through rigorous experimentation. You can also work as an AI consultant, advise organization on AI strategy, implementation, and responsible deployment. Nowadays, every single business, they are trying to have someone, okay, with the knowledge of AI, knowledge of data science, because they're all aware about the importance of AI and data science in the future industry. Graduated students from Teesside University, then I think maybe all of them, they've got a jobs as a data analytics, a data scientist, or AI consultants in the businesses. Because at the moment, that I think all businesses in the UK, they started to recruit someone with AI background to understand, okay, the importance of the data, to figure out, okay, what is the best way for them to deal with customers, how to improve their business as well. So the global AI market is projected to exceed 1.8 trillion by 2030. So the demand for skilled professional has never been greater. But with all these, like AI technologies and improvement, we got some challenges and ethical considerations. With a great power comes great responsibility. As AI grow, so more capable that the stack of getting is wrong grow as well. Where is the problems now? Where is the challenges? The data privacy. If you remember what I just said, I said the first ever step that you need to do is to collect data. So then data is the most important thing. But what healthcare can do with my data as a patient, what my university can do with my data as a student, what Amazon can do with my data as a customer. So that this is my data, this is my personal data. I know that before we use any of the applications, we quickly go, yes, 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 agree, agree, agree. But you know what? When you agree, you give them permission to use your data. So they have the right now to use your data. Probably you agree for marketing purposes, for analysis, for building AI models, etc. ChatGPT, once we use ChatGPT, whatever scenarios while we develop using ChatGPT, ChatGPT will use this experiment to improve their future responses, not only for us, for others as well. So they train their model, they retrain their model, they rebuild, okay, they improve their data using our interaction with ChatGPT. But that's also opened the door for a big question: data privacy. Protecting the sensitive personal information used to train and power AI system. Nowadays, medium-sized, medium to large-size organization in the UK and Europe, they started to work in building their own AI model. Because in the past few years, they were using ChatGPT and Gemini and some other tools, but they realized that once they use ChatGPT and other open AI tools, then they started to understand that they've got access to my data. My data is not for me anymore. It's a shared data. It's a shared data with many other competitors as well. So if it is sensitive data, if you are a business, if you're running a business and you have a sensitive data that can affect your future, pathway, then you don't need to share your data with other competitors. So that's why businesses in the UK, they started to think about building their own chatbot, not to rely in the open AI tools. Bias in AI model, that's another challenge. So how can we ensure AI systems are fair, representative, and free from discriminatory outcomes? Because we already said AI will be built based on collected data, so then the AI can give responses based on what data we have used to train the AI model. If we always tell the AI model that that area, okay, or that region, or that area in the country uh, has very high, let's say, theft rate, then the AI model, okay, and if we build an AI model, okay, to predict if that person could have a theft background or not, the AI model will work in a bias now. Why? Because they will think about, okay, what is the, uh, let's say, their place of birth for these people, or where did they live? So if they live or their place of birth in that region or that part of the city, then the possibility for them to be a theft is high. So the criminal rate given to them is high only because they live in that area. Is that true? Is that correct or not? That's what give that's always need to be considered in when we build the AI model. Responsible development. Building AI that is safe, transparent, explainable, and genuinely beneficial to society. So you can't just build an AI model, okay, and deal with it as a black box. So AI model to tell that is true, not true, or building an AI model to tell if next week is going to rain or not. What else we need with this decision? So this is what's currently improving. Okay, this is what currently demanding, because all people started to say, okay, You are giving me an answer, but what I want justification. I want explanation. And this is what we call it at the moment, explainable AI. So explainable AI is not only to say tomorrow is going to rain. When you tell me tomorrow is going to rain, I need you to explain based on what you took that decision. If you are talking about that person if that person is or having high criminal rate, I need you to give me that explanation why you took that decision. And this is a very important nowadays, and the majority of organizations are starting to request not only to take a decision or to have a decision from the AI model, but also to have like an explanation why that model what take that action or why that model took that decision. So the future of AI, what's next? Generative AI. So as you can see, ChatGPT and similar models are expanding and expanding and expanding. Okay, and they will continue expand, but we don't know till when or where. Autonomous system, self-driving vehicles, intelligent robots, and automated pipelines reshaping how work gets done. So you can see like a driverless car. You can say now we've got driverless taxi. You can see you can order a taxi, jump in, go to your destination, and the car drive itself. You can order something, okay, from one of the shops, and then the car or the delivery will come to you in a driverless car. Also AI in education, personalized learning path, intelligent tutoring system, and adaptive assessment for every student. AI-driven decisions, AI augmenting human judgment across medicine, law, policy, and beyond at every level. So the future will not only be built by AI. So don't think that, AI is taking our positions, AI is taking our role, AI is taking our places in businesses and companies. No, because AI is not built by itself. So AI need people who understand and apply AI as well. So how to keep yourself, how to secure your work, your position, how to secure a future job. So you need to learn continuously. Commit to mastering AI skills like Python, data, and machine learning. That's your foundation. And you also need to collaborate globally, share knowledge across borders, and drive innovation through international partnerships. Thus, research shape the next generation of AI by asking bold questions and seeking rigorous answers. To sum up, embrace the future, so your role in the AI revolutions. As we have explored, artificial intelligence is not just technology, it's perform shift, impacting every phase, every fact of our world, offering unprecedented opportunities for those ready to lead. So AI is reshaping everything from health to education. AI is transforming industries and creating boundaries, boundless new career opportunities. And here at Teesside University, we are a hub for AI excellence. Teesside University is a gap gateway to this future, fostering innovation in AI, education, and pioneering research. The students normally, or the students are uniquely positioned to seize these opportunities, equipped with skills to lead the next wave of technological advancement. So I'll move now to question and answer. If you have any question, happy to answer your questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ala, for the insightful presentation. So I
Very.
think we can't really separate our lives now with AI because like this presentation I see it's made with Gamma. It's like the AI tools for presentations, and I think us students too are often use AI in every task. I think in almost every task. Like ideally for brainstorming, but undeniably it also helps us in like usually for language like grammar. It's truly helpful, and we can't really separate our lives with AI. So if you guys have any questions regarding this session today, feel free to put it on a chat box, or if you want to raise your hand and speak your questions, that's also okay. So if you want to ask Dr. Ala directly, that would be great. But I think I have a question regarding the previous point that you said about the ethical issue in AI usage. You know that uh ideally we cannot really put our private data, or usually because I'm from psychology, we have ethical code to protect the client's personal data, right? But when we put our data in, let's just say in ChatGPT, we don't really know how they process the data and how they learn from our data, right? But how do we limit ourselves, or what are the ideal ways to use AI in terms of working with personal data? Let's just say that I'm a psychology student and I do counseling and I do get some like diagnosis. And is it okay to ask, let's just say ChatGPT to help me think about the analysis or diagnosis, or what do you think, Dr. Ala?
But that's what we said. It is about the level or the limit of using AI. And so, like, let's say, like, you're talking about clinicians. If you visited like one doctor, okay, and you gave that doctor your symptoms, to what extent that doctor can rely on ChatGPT by writing your symptoms to ChatGPT or Gemini and take then the recommendation from ChatGPT? Is that possible? I think some of the
Yeah.
clinicians do this.
Mm. Mm.
Some of the clinicians, when we go to them, they open Google. Once we tell them about something, they open Google to search of, well, what is the
Mm.
best medication that should be given to this kind of
Mm.
symptoms. So now this is what is the next level of responsibilities that come on governments. Because now here in NHS, so like in health system as an example, what we are currently doing, we are starting to build, let's say, a program to teach clinicians, how to use patients' data, up to what level to use patients' data. Because ChatGPT is not approved by hospitals, and no one can, no one should only rely on ChatGPT or Gemini or any similar model, to take an indefinite diagnostic decision. They could help, but they shouldn't be the only thing that you rely on. And at the moment, it is the responsibility of organizations to train their employee to train their staff, okay, about okay, up to what extent that you can rely on AI. Unless, unless you have your own designed, developed AI model. And as I said earlier, some of the businesses, they started to build their own AI models. And that AI model, let me just give you an example. Like one of the businesses where we're currently working with, they have 50 years of historical data that reflect how their engineer used to deal with their customer in designing specific systems, okay, which was the filters, okay, oil filter. So they got 50 years how their engineer used to interact and react to customers. And they said, but every time we have a new customer, now our engineer need to spend a week, okay, at least 1 week with communicating with the customer until they design a new filter to them. But why not to use the previously 50 years of data to help our engineer, okay, and rather than spending a week, that probably they could design something in an hour. So that's built specifically for that business. So then, as an engineer working on that business, I'm expected to use the AI model to develop or to design a filter because whatever filter that I'm going to design, whatever response that I'm going to generate, it will be based on our business policy, standard, and regulations. But once you use ChatGPT or Gemini or DeepSeek or whatever, you're not only relying in Chipatra rules and regulations. You are relying on their rules and regulations and everyone else in the whole world data. So you could have something, okay, that is not acceptable in Chipatra University, but it could be acceptable at Teesside University. So this is how things should be done.
Okay, that's interesting, and that reminds me of that. The Merriam-Webster dictionary launched their own AI, right? They launched their own LLMs, and so the dictionary has their own AI. So when a user wants to use the dictionary, they can use the strengths of AI, but their own AI. So it's not like the broad usage of ChatGPT or like other generative AI, but their own AI. And I think that's quite interesting because it provides quite a limitations on the data usage and also provide a clear restrictions on the data use.
Yes,
Yeah,
agree.
okay. Okay, so we have a question from one of the student in the chat box. Christophilian, are you willing to speak by yourself or okay, I'll just read the question. I would like to ask, there are AI specialization for different industries, such as AI for detecting weather patterns and AI for analyzing the market needs. How much difference are there from these different AIs from an engineering perspective? Could one also work for the other as long as we give out the appropriate data needed? What do you think, Mr. Dr. Allah?
Let, let me see the question in the chat. Is
Hmm.
it
Yes.
is it at the end?
Yes, from Christoph Villain.
Yeah, I can see. Yes. Say if you have a good understanding in data science, how to deal with data, how to prepare data, then you can. So now the data set itself or the data itself is divided into different categories, different types. Like we have, like as an example, time series data. Time series data, if you're talking about the, let's say the weather prediction, so that's normally a time series data because we normally got sensors that provide us with, let's say, the temperature, the wind speed, and etc. And that's what we call a time series. And they give us this input reading could be every second or every minute or whatever. So this is what we call it time series data. So if you have a good knowledge in dealing with time series data, okay, then that this experience could be also used in similar disciplines. So if you want to predict, as an example, machine failure, okay, and you have sensors in the machine that give you the reading, machine probably temperatures, speed, and number of people that wanted to throw that machine, or number of whatever, machine type. So, and you have this in reading every second or every minute. That's again time series of data, time series data. But the two different track of time series of data. So if you're good in analyzing time series data, okay, then you should be able to do that in time series data, even if it is like if it come from different discipline or different different, let's say, data track. But normally, if you are a data scientist and you are expert in one track or in one field, let's say, analyzing, uh, you're talking about analyzing market needs. So if you are, let's say, experienced in one track, okay, after some time, things become much easier for you to easily find a pattern yourself, to easily figure out how to improve that data, how to fix some problems within the data. Now, if you move from one track to another, okay, because you already have good experience in data science and dealing with data, you will not have like huge challenges, but you will need time to understand the nature of the new type of data, but you will quickly be adopted, okay, and you will quickly be understanding how to process that data, how to, let's say, analyze it the way that it should be.
Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Christoph, if you have follow-up questions, feel free to write it on the chat box. And for the others, if you still have questions, please don't hesitate to ask directly to Dr. Ala. But I think from our discussion previously, one thing that pops up in my mind is I think some of us are already really can't do our daily work without AI. Let's just say ChatGPT. Um, I kind of think that I don't really need to learn, let's just say, grammars in English as because English is our foreign language, right? Uh, I don't really need to learn grammar because like ChatGPT can just fix my writing and polish my writing in seconds. And I think that also happens in some other tasks. But I think it's also quite quote unquote addicting because it feels like we get an instant answer and result. And I think it's kind of eroding our, let's just say, critical thinking or our effort in doing something. But uh, how do you recommend us to not become dependent on AI itself, but we are using AI to empower what we are able to do? What do you think, Dr. Allah?
Like we can't anymore tell people
Mhm.
not to use AI.
Yeah.
That's impossible because AI is part of our daily activities, is now embedded in every single thing. cars, mobile phone, TVs, fridge, freezers, oven, every single thing they've got AI. So we can't tell anybody not to use AI. And as you can see, we've got ChatGPT, we've got Gemini, we've got DeepSeek, we've got Copilot, we've got multiple AI tools are available. If we will tell people not to use it, that means we are telling people not to ride a car. Okay, go back again. Okay, and maybe you need to ride a camel or a horse to move it from one city to another. But we teach people how to drive the car. We teach people how to use the latest technology in the car and how to drive the car safely. And instead of not to use it, not to use the car, but we teach them, we give them now driving license, how to drive a car. It's the same in AI. We cannot tell people they have got AI models in front of them that can facilitate their lives. They want not to use it, but they need to use it in a proper way. And the level of using AI is not the same. If you write, if you let's say start a communication with ChatGPT to probably build a report, you want to generate a report. Stephen also decided to do the same, and I will do the same. Every one of us will get a different quality of report. That depends on how can we communicate with AI. So then we need to teach people, okay, how to communicate with AI, okay, how to deal with AI to get the best from the AI. But does it make sense for some students to go and ask ChatGPT to generate, let's say, a full report for them that can be easily spotted? So they need to be okay smart in using the AI technology. They need to, yes, we all admit AI is here and everyone can use it. Okay, but they need to be smart in using AI. I could use AI, let's say, I could ask AI to tell me, let's say, maybe the latest five technology that use AI in building or in, let's say, in developing cars. And AI will generate that to me, but I will need to know how to use it. I will need to know how to use it in my report ethically, okay, and responsibly as well. I cannot just copy paste whatever being generated from AI or take the whole report of AI. So similar to the presentation that I have presented a few minutes ago, I have used AI model to help me, but that's using a prompt command. I was talking to that AI model. I need this, I need that. Oh, I need to remove this, I need to remove that. And then I have edited the presentation myself by removing some stuff from here, by adding some pictures myself. But it saved my day. It saved my day. And instead of spending probably like a two days generating that presentation, that's been done maybe in 2 or 3 hours time. AI is there, but we need to know how to use it. And once we use it, we need to be responsible in using AI and ethically use that AI. Because some people, as I said, they drive the car crazy, okay,
Mhm,
but not one, okay, should stop driving a car because we've got a few people who drive a car in improper way.
mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so the point is the ethical side of using AIs.
responsibly use the AI. And we cannot use AI in actions such as like take a decision against a group of people or something like that because that's against the ethics of using AI.
Okay, okay. So there's like a clear border within like asking AI for brainstorm or help with the mundane things and taking decisions for like broader people.
And as I said earlier, for businesses, they normally use their own AI model because we don't know We don't know how that model being built, what data has been used to train that model. Okay,
Sure.
so bias could be there. Okay,
Mhm.
bias could be there. So that's why some organization at the moment they build their own AI model. So then they will be aware and sure that the output of the AI model, okay, will be only based on their own data, not everyone else.
Okay, okay. So that creates a clear limitation, and I think not limitation, but uh the integrity of only using their data instead of like, I don't know, the public funded data. Let's just say with ChatGPT, I think it collects data from the users, right? And it is used for making better answers for other users, and we don't really know the steps of like the using of our data, and we don't really know where our data is used for training, what kind of answers or tasks. So it's not really transparent, and we don't really
Yeah.
know. And yeah,
And not tell.
yeah. I think there's a saying that when you can use something for free, then you're the product. So I think that's
With the
what
paper.
is happening with most of the generative AI.
Yeah, agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the case. So that's why if you have a sensitive data, okay, you're
Mhm.
always we don't recommend sharing sensitive data with an open AI models because once it's been shared, it's not used anymore. It is for them, and they can use it to give responses, predictions to someone else.
Okay, okay. So I don't see other questions popping up. So I think that concludes the question and answer session. So maybe for Stephen, do you have any questions or any responses to our discussion today?
Yeah, actually, I do. And Doctor, you were talking about businesses developing their own AI system. Now, obviously, that's not something that is very cheap to do. It would be an expensive project that you would want to do. So I'm just wondering, two questions in the UK. The first one is what kind of companies would be willing to build their own AI system for their own personal use? And the second one, what would be the government's position on companies doing that? Because there will be some legislation, I imagine, that will connect all these things together. Thank you.
Yeah. At the beginning, like normally medium-sized businesses to large-sized businesses, okay, they are able to build their own AI model. So roughly how much it costs, it depends on the size of the model, it depends on how big is the data. But normally, like I'll talk about my current experience with the businesses. So it is about 2 to 3 years project. Okay, it's about 2 to 3 years project. But the 2 to 3 years project is not only to, so they don't need to wait 3 years until they see the outcome of their project. But the outcome of the project will start to become like visible for them, like after 2 years, and then a year will be for improvement. Keep adding more data and etc. and improving that model. In terms of cost, um, here in the UK, let me just link the costs with something else because the medium to small size, medium-sized businesses to large-sized businesses, they are able to get fund from the UK government to build their AI model. So the government support them. We have something called KTP, which is let's say like a knowledge transfer partnership between it's a knowledge transfer partnership, which is a collaboration between a university and business, where the university can help the business to develop their own AI model as one kind of the project, but plenty of other project ideas. But this is as I'm talking about the one that I'm currently involved in. I'm leading as well. So we'll help the business to develop their own AI model. So the government, let's say the overall cost of the project will be around maybe £300,000, 350, yeah. But the government normally support this kind of project by paying at least 50% of the cost. They pay from 50 to 65% of the cost paid by the government, and the remaining part paid by the business.
Yeah, I think that would be the only way to do it, because I think companies could not generally invest that amount of money just to build an AI that they might not see any benefit for at least 2 years. And then the government will have to come in with funding to actually know what kind of AI the companies are building, to make sure it's not going to be made for other usage rather than for the business. So I think in the Western countries, I think most Western countries through governments are already looking at this. When it comes to a country like Indonesia, obviously we have a different set of circumstances if we're going to build our own AI, because obviously governments wouldn't be able to support in the same way.
No, but that's cost in the UK because the labor charge is too high as well.
Yeah.
But it would not be the same amount of money if we talk about maybe Indonesia or if we talk about some other countries because the labor charge is too high. So the majority of this money will go for salaries
Mm.
because we normally hire research associates to work in the project with a team from the university. So around 90% of the cost is for salaries.
Okay, that's
But
quite interesting. Yeah.
yeah, the remain. So if you think about implementing the same thing in Indonesia, so
Yeah.
you need to check what is the income or the salary that need to be paid for a research associate and the team from the university, and that will be for 3 years period. Plus a small amount is to get, let's say, a device for this research associate training, something like that.
Okay, thank you for the answer to that question, Doctor.
You're very welcome. Very welcome.
Okay, thank you so much for the fruitful discussion. I think we've learned quite a lot about AI today and its application to our daily lives. As Dr. R previously mentioned, we can't really separate ourselves with AI right now because it's just what everyone is using right now. And I think rather than not using AI at all, we need to learn how to use AI ethically rather than just using AI for uh, random reasons and not limiting our self for like putting sensitive data, or we need to really constrain ourselves and have a ethical use of AI in our daily lives. So thank you so much for the discussion today, Dr. Ala. So honored to have you today here. And I think to commemorate today's session, we will have a picture session. So for participants, kindly turn on your camera as we will take pictures for today's session. And if you're joining from YouTube, so you may also take a screenshot of your participation as you might need it for your proof of attendance. So I'll see if everyone tuning on their camera. Hopefully nobody is using AI to be present on this Zoom meeting. So I'll check if most of the participants already turning on their camera.
How can
Hey,
we do it? All people together in one screen?
yeah, I'll take a picture from my screen.
Because I can
Okay.
see all participants in one.
Really, I see quite a lot of faces already, Dr. Ola. Can you see it now? Maybe you can try to on the top
Maybe
of your right
change,
screen, you turn it
change
into
the view.
gallery.
Gallery
Yeah.
and the top. Yeah,
Top right.
yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, I'll just send a screenshot to you. So smile, everyone. I'll take the picture. One, two, three. Okay, for the second slide. One, two, three. Okay, for the third slide. One, two, three. And the last slide. Okay, nice. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you so much, Dr. Ala, for giving an insightful session about AI. So we are very happy to have you here. And hopefully we can see you in other occasion. Thank you so much, Dr. Ala.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me, and thanks for listening. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you
being.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Bye.
Thank
Cheers. Bye bye.
you.
Bye bye. Have a lovely day.
Bye. You
Thank you,
Bye.
too.
sir.
For
Bye
the
bye.
UC students, hold up. We have some announcements. So, as you see on the screen, you may also join the page WhatsApp channel as we will share the latest info about international events, UCIC events, and also information about credit point of international office. So please join the WhatsApp channel so you can stay updated to our events. Okay, the next slide is if you are looking for international office credit points, you may also read the KPIO information on this barcode or the link below, as you will find the events or activities that is required for the KPIO that you need for your graduation. Okay, the next slide is the information regarding the upcoming international programs. So if you're looking for some global experience through exchange or short program, you can join this upcoming programs and you can scan the barcode to read more about each program. So we have upcoming exchange at Taiwan and some short programs at Singapore, exchange at UUM Malaysia, short program at Kansai University Japan, and also a short program at Inha Korea. So please do scan the QR code if you want to know more about the international programs. Okay, on to the next slide. Thank you so much for joining the UC Global Chat, and we will open the survey shortly. And for your information, the survey is only open for 10 minutes, so make sure you fill the survey as soon as possible, as we won't provide any extension for the survey. So if you are already able to fill the survey, please
Uh, I
fill
have a
it as soon
question,
as
please.
possible.
Excuse me,
Thank you.
Miss Keisha. So the barcode is not working. Do we have to scanning it?
Yeah, so for the survey, you may access it through your CHIS. It's on the website or on your application, so you don't need to scan the barcode.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so if you're able to fill the survey, please fill until 4:30 because we won't provide any extension for the survey. Thank you very much and see you on the UC Global Chat. Thank you so much, Dr. Ala. Thank you so much, everyone.